welcome to the stream, guys. I am getting a lot of things set up here. So today we are actually doing some rigging. I am rigging a friend's model. So that's kind of what I'm trying to set up right now. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of setting up for this because this particular, I will say this particular model, yeah, there's a lot of setting up. I was going to set up beforehand, but whatever. Let's just get it done. So if y'all want to learn how to rig a model, this is a very informative stream. By the way, you found an All Might figure. Really? In a cosplay event? Post it in the Discord. That would be great. Okay. So I am getting a lot of things ready. I hope that this stream will not lag because it did lag, like, it did lag when I was trying to set this up. Hello, Dispresso. You have like the cutest emotes. By the way, if you are in YouTube, I also have Twitch and Kick going on, so I'm talking to multiple people. I apologize if that's annoying. Look, my character is going to look like a monstrosity, so when y'all see it, y'all are gonna be like, what the heck is going on? It's okay, I promise you. It's gonna look like a crazy monstrosity. But hopefully, my goal is to get this at least started, so I'm not like, so my friend's not gonna get too mad at me. Yeah, saw the YouTube stream, didn't chat because YouTube has actual name. Okay. I don't know what happened. Like my stream totally crapped out. And so I don't know what happened. I walked away to get something and I came back and it was gone. Just poof, disappeared. So I'm not entirely sure like why it did any of that. But if y'all want to learn how to rig and learn how to animate, this is the best animation program that is out there, and I'm going to teach you guys a lot. So, without further ado, this craziness. It's a monster. It's a monstrosity. It looks crazy, but it's okay. I just gotta clip these things to the wings. I like to add deformers to everything. So this is, sorry, I mesh. I said deformer. I like to add meshes to everything. And there's a reason behind that later. So that's what I'm doing right now is adding, my brain can't handle that. It's really not that hard. I promise. It's really not that hard. This is actually, I'm going to make it as simplistic as possible, okay? Make it as simplistic as possible. Okay, so this has many layers. All your layers are up here. This is all your layers. I am going through and I am renaming my layers. That is what I am doing. Why is my VTuber model? I'm gonna move my VTuber model because I'm gonna be tiny today because there's a lot going on. This is live 2D. It is free. If you guys wanted to try it out, it is free. And then I think the paid version is free for so long. I ended up buying a year's worth of the paid version because I use it so much. And it was on sale. I think it was around Christmas time that it was on sale. So that's why I have it. So I'm renaming all of my layers. This is very helpful later on. It sucks doing it. It's like busy work. But I'm telling you, it will help you in the long run. So I just auto-generate. Now, some of the layers I will not auto-generate. There's a reason why. These are the wings. So what you're seeing here is the wing texture. And that's why, like, it kind of looks kind of funky. It's because it's the wing texture. And also, when I name stuff, so this one I'm naming Shiny. This is the Shine. This one I'm naming Shiny L, meaning shiny left. Now, when I say left, it's her left, not mine. And there's a reason why that is the case. Because I believe it has to do with VTube Studio. So this is a request. Actually, this is a VTuber model that is for a friend of mine. And then I had a request from my followers, or they all voted, and they said that they wanted to see how to rig a live 2D character. So for you who, I don't know if you know, I'm just going to say, so this, I am a live 2D character. I am a moving live 2D character. This is what I'm essentially rigging. I'm rigging another one of me, but I'm going to rig her a little bit differently than me. So that's kind of what I'm trying to teach y'all. Dip, dip, dip. Hopefully that makes sense. This is kind of a request. I will say this is a free request. The reason I am doing this is because I know this person in real life and I like her, and I wanted to do this for her as a friendship thing. Oh, so this is not, it kind of is. I created the art for it. But I'm rigging the model. So I created the art. This is actually, yes, it's a request, but it's a very, how do I say this? It's a very time consuming request. So, okay, is it a request? It's kind of not. I wanted to do this for my friend because she's my friend. Would I normally do this for somebody? Yes, I would. I have actually made a free model for someone else. I will do it for paid. I can also do them for free if I feel like it. So I'll just say it that way. This one's a free model because this is for a friend of mine. But the thing is, I make a lot of content. Like, I'm always making content. So the problem with me doing these is they take so long that for me to like do this for somebody, it's so time consuming. Guys, y'all have no idea how time consuming this is. But that's okay. The problem I'm having though, so I'm gonna have to clip these wings. But I don't know where the wing is. There's the wing. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to clip this texture to right wing. So how do I do that? So clipping ID. I would have asked for free, but I'm more comfortable to pay you because I know you're a great person. You are so sweet. Actually, I'm going to work on your logo, Evox. And then, I'm going to be honest. Can I be honest? Evox, I like your Live 2D model. I don't like how it was rigged. I saw your videos and I like your model. I think it's cool. I think it's cute. I'm not sure I like how it was rigged. And that's because I like a lot more movement in my live 2D characters. So I don't know if your model is like the drawing is good and like if you want me to re-rig it, or if I can't rig it. Okay, so when do you make this live art request? Usually when I'm doing art, but hey, Since you're on stream, I will do your request. Okay? I know you asked me multiple times. I'll go ahead and draw your request. Do you have Discord? If you want to put it in Discord, it would be the easiest. If you don't have Discord, type everything you want, but I prefer to do it in Discord. That way I can at least have it on record that I know what you want. But you have a few people in front of you. I mean, I have to do Evox's logo. So, okay, how do I clip? So this is the clipping ID. I gotta clip it to right wing. So there, we clipped it to right wing. So when it clips it to that mesh, next, I gotta clip this one. So we're gonna clip this to left wing. So there you go. It's clipped. So now it doesn't look all funky. And guys, like, look, why I usually do this. I usually mark it as like now. So I'm not touching the mesh. I don't want to touch the mesh. Speaking of Discord, do you want to post that with Gladius holding the Discord logo on Instagram for food for thought? That would be so okay. You're saying you want me to create a Gladius holding a Discord logo, is that correct? I'll delete this background. We don't need no backgrounds, guys. We do not need no backgrounds. Telling y'all, no backgrounds. We do not need them. So by the way, Winter, I'm trying to teach everybody how to do this. Right now, we're just making meshes. So with every layer that you have, you need to make meshes. I particularly like to auto-generate them. It saves time. If they're more complicated, I will do them myself. So some of the meshes you don't want to auto-generate, like certain ones I'm okay with. And then you can also go back if you don't like it, you can also delete it. By the way, in YouTube, I'm going to share the Discord. So if you have Discord, it would be easiest to share what your request is. So I'm going to post this. If you can. I want to ask this as an artist. How do you draw a front-facing hat cap? I'm not sure what you're asking me. I want to ask this as an artist. How do you... Oh, sorry, I read that. Yeah, and then a story with the piece a link to the server. That would be a good idea. So your cap looks flat to you? You're asking the wrong artist. I'm going to tell you that much. Because, like, I think the better artist would be Winter. So I'm going to do right top bun. Bun buns. Gotta name our bun buns. So this one is going to be top left bun bun. Because I have bottom bun. Shading and lighting follows shape language in any angle. So you have to make shapes. Shape. So this is probably the most tedious part of Live 2D. I'm not going to even lie to y'all, like making meshes, getting your meshes ready. This is the most tedious, but this is your foundation for any rigging, is trying to get all your meshes done. And also just setting up in general, figuring out what's what, because like your layers might be funky like mine. Okay, so that's a leg. That's bottom leg. I'm gonna call it calf, right? Like left calf. What if the hat is molded into a helmet? This sounds like really complicated. Like, I don't know what you're trying to. What do you have a picture of what you're trying to make? This is gonna be left. I'm gonna call it left foot. If you have a picture of what you're trying to make, it might be easier. I'm just saying. Auto. Oh, also when you're creating meshes, you don't have to do it for both eyes. You technically don't have to do it for both limbs because all you have to do is rig one. I rig both, but whatever. It's up to you and how y'all want to do it. Left leg. Same thing. I assume the helmet overlays and the hat is sewn in behind even when they are melded, in which case makes a shadow of the helmet part of a cast into the cloth. So is like the helmet like a... Are we talking like a Renaissance-y helmet? Alright, this is the shine. I need to clip this to the wing. This is for the left wing. I'm going to clip it to the left wing. And then this shine. I got to find you, shine. Shine! There we go. I'm going to clip this one to the other wing. There we go. Okay, I need to bring her head forward. I don't know if I really want to auto mesh it though. So with heads, I'm recommending to draw the mesh. I gotta remember how I did this though. I think it's a tool detail. So yeah, you want to draw the mesh. This looks terrible. Don't do that. I want to cancel mesh. So yeah, with faces, you want to draw the mesh. Uh-oh. No, I don't want this. I am having problems, guys. Okay, the reason you want to draw meshes around the face, the reason why you want to draw meshes around the face is because faces are going to be the most warpable thing that you're doing in Live 2D. So if you're making a Live 2D character, and then you want to make, confirm. And then you want to make like basically line that goes in the middle of the face. Except I'm not done yet. I'm sorry. This mesh is just taking me a little bit of extra. Okay. So I will draw a mesh going in the middle. And this is pretty much your face mesh. Somehow I gotta get a hold of that. This is the line. So I typically have my line art for my face and the face itself separate. 1 second, guys. Okay. Sorry about that. Hello, Icy. How are you? So I typically have my line art meshes separate from my, I typically have it all separated because, the reason I have it separated is because when you're moving the face, you want the texture separate. It just makes it easier to rig. If you do it all together, it can warp it all and it's not great. I don't think, I don't remember if I usually draw this one. Let me see if I auto generate it, how it looks. Okay, so here you can kind of mess with like your lines. Why is it so big? Okay, I don't want it that big. It's too big. Okay. You can kind of mess with like how big you want it. You want it compact. My stuff is like totally lagging. Sorry, guys. This is like totally lagging. My computer can't handle the awesomeness. There we go. I think this is fine for the line. I think this is fine because it's just a line. Now you could get a little bit more complicated and draw it in yourself. So there's a reason. Okay, let me tell you all a little bit about meshes. Meshes are what help you warp your character. And the reason why I'm trying to explain how I'm doing this is meshes can actually accidentally cut off your art, which then makes it also look funky. And you don't want that. But they're your bread and butter of how you're going to animate your character. I've actually had on one of my live 2D characters where the mesh cut off the art and I still can't fix it. So I mean I still use it. Came to YouTube so I could still hear you while talking to Evox. Okay. Face texture. I'm just preparing. This is all preparation. Everything that you do from here on out is everything you do in this realm. Actually, I think this is all face stuff. Okay, I'm gonna move everything. I'm gonna move it all. So this I can move. So these are your layers. You can move your layers, and when you move them ahead of stuff, it will all make sense. Okay, I don't want that. I don't know. This is the problem with moving layers. Is you don't know exactly. I mean, I haven't named everything, so I don't know where everything is. Okay, we're getting closer. So this is where you move your layers. The deformers down there on the second panel are how you deform the character. I believe it's probably underneath. Oh. Okay, we can deal with that. We can deal with that. We have like her big bulbous thing showing, but whatever. We can deal with that. Did you show them Medusa's head? What are you talking about? Bread and butter. Now I'm hungry. Luckily, I baked some banana bread. You should heat up that banana bread and add butter to it. Mmm. So good. So good, guys. so good. I think Winter is petrified of what I've shown. Like, he saw Artist Nightmare. Are you talking about this? You're saying this is a nightmare? It's really not that bad, guys. Y'all are just making fun. Y'all don't understand. This is really not that bad. This is like, the only reason it looks complicated is because y'all are learning it, one. And two, the reason why it's so complicated to y'all is because... Why is this all the way back here? I need your hair... Actually, I'm not sure where this needs to go. I think it needs to go down. It needs to be in the back. Anyways, the reason why this is so complicated is because y'all are learning it. And two, the reason why it's so complicated... the reason why it's so complicated is because... I have so many layers. But it all makes sense, okay? It all makes sense. No, it's what I showed in Discord, not rigging. Sorry, Rose. Okay, let me look. I'll look in Discord what y'all are talking about. Is this like a Power Ranger dude? So this is like a helmet, but it's like a Power Ranger? 1 second. Okay. Who is this character? I'm going to show it to chat because for those of y'all who see this later, because these videos do save. I'm curious. I'm curious to see who this character is. Now, I'm a nerd and I should know things, but this to me looks like a Power Ranger. I would not consider this a hat. I mean, I can understand why you said this is a hat, but like, I consider this whole thing as one piece. So if you have it like sitting, it's not really on a head, but like you would add lines, like you would add a line and then a smaller line to show depth. See how there's lines here? It's kind of hard because it's pixelated. But you see how there's lines here? There's one line here and there's one line here. I would add depth to it. The more depth you add is like pieces of the puzzle. So like here, you're looking at it, you've got lines here, but this is all shape. This is all shape language. And then you would then like shade it. You see how the just study the shading here. See how it's like light at the top here? And sorry it's so pixelated, but you see how it's like kind of light up here? You would shade it into a dark, kind of like, and this is kind of like how you also like color diamonds too, is you have like a light area and then it fades into dark. And then you see how it's light here? The shape language helps you be able to create the illusion. It's really an illusion of like depth. Okay, it's Deleter Black from Space Deleter, a Chinese Power Ranger. Okay, interesting. I've never heard of it. I mean, I used to watch Power Rangers. This mode, easy mode AF compared to Blender. Yes, this is super easy, Winter. I'm just kind of talking about this real quick, but I will go back to that. Looks like something from military theme, to be honest. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like Space Marines meet, this kind of reminds me of like Space Marines meet Power Rangers. A little bit. That's assuming he uses the exact lighting and angle. That is correct. But I think if you're trying to study this and you don't know how to draw it, I would study it as is. Before changing your lighting and your angles, I would study this and study like, okay, where's the light hitting it as is? And then if you want to change where your lighting, because it looks like the lighting's coming from this angle. It looks like the lighting's coming, see, like you see how there's some lighting here, there's that rim. This is rim lighting. Looks like lighting's coming from here, but it also looks like it kind of is coming from, it's probably coming from like right back here. What the baby? Because it looks like you have a little bit of light coming here too. I would just study how this looks. And if you don't know how to draw it, shading and lighting equals everything. Rose has seen the difference between my flat color and the full render of my flat color looks like ass, lol. Yeah, my flat color is not looking great on my, actually, I have my, Dark Magician girl, and she doesn't look great. Why are you being a fuss bus? What? Why are you being a fuss bus? My baby's been fussy. Yeah, I would just study it as is what I would do if you can. Okay, so let me explain what each module is in this thing, just so y'all know. It's very, very easy. Okay, so the request is Miss Gillian. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I draw anime. So like, I think I saw this, but I typically draw anime, and like, I don't do a whole lot of like cartoony type stuff. And if I do, it turns into anime. And I'm gonna be honest, like, if you don't like that, I don't think I'm gonna be fantastic at drawing it. I can draw it and try, but it depends on what style you're looking for. Hello, Mona. How are you? What did you call your baby? Puff Buzz? Fuss Buzz. What did I call her? I said she's a little bit of fuss bus. Fuss bus. She's a fussy bus. I also call her little stinkers. Like, little stinkers. She's my stinkers. I will do my best at drawing it. I need to copy this though. I'm gonna copy it and put it into Discord as a request. I'm just gonna put it, I don't know, where do I put this? Art, share your art, request, just so I have it later. Would you recommend Haiku for non-artist? What is that? I'm gonna look this up. Is this a program? Haiku? Character maker and creator. I'll look into this and I'll see if I recommend it. I have never used this. Live 2D is the best animator out there, bar and none for what I do. I don't know. I mean, there's probably better animators out there as far as like animations, just simple animations, but this is probably one of the best animators I've ever used. And I'm just gonna say it's a Japanese program and they know what they're doing. That's all I'm gonna say. They know what they're doing. They know how to make this. Hello, enjoying your stream. Thank you. Please do not advertise anything if you're about to. No, I don't want any of that advertising. Thank you. Sticker does make sense because of what? Puffball or Little Wiggle guy would have been better, at least better than Sticker. What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? I don't know what y'all are talking about. Y'all are in y'all's whole different world. Sent 2 lighting and shading breakdowns for Discord. I want to see this because I'm actually kind of curious. Oh, is this like your videos that you were sending? Yeah. The only thing is, I don't know what you sent him, but like, I would think metal behaves differently than like skin. Cause like if like a diamond, and maybe like if you did this winter, it'd be great tutorial to like do like an armor or like a diamond. Like a diamond. look up anime diamond. Okay, so like something like this would be interesting to study. Because if you look at the lighting, there's a lot of different colors. There's a lot of different like things going on in the diamond. It's shiny in different ways. Studying this and studying metal are probably some of the hardest things to study. So like, I highly recommend if you're learning lighting to study how diamonds look and to study if you want to study how metal looks. Anyway, I digress. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go over and explain a few things with this. Do I have anything in this file? So you don't want excess files in your parts. If there's nothing in the file, I would just delete it. Oh wait, did I just delete it? Yeah, I would just delete it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Baby's being a little bit crazy. She's a little fuss bus. That's more advanced. Metal doesn't do that. You're probably right. I just think the reason I studied diamonds is because diamonds are a little bit more advanced, but they remind me of how metal looks. So like to me, this looks very diamond-like. It's not perfect, but how like the light reflects off of it is similar to like kind of in my mind how a diamond. So like what I'm trying to say is, so like you see a triangle here. You see a triangle here. The shading fades into the light, similar to how this is. Like you see how the shading's dark here but fades into the light. It's just the only difference between this and this is solid. This is not. This is see-through. So like how I see this in my mind is very similar to this. The only difference is, so like you can kind of see through it. There's like little circles in there. There's little refractions. There's little things that you can kind of see in it. But the difference is this is flat colors. This is black. This is see-through. So like a diamond might refract different colors. Different blues, different colors, but if you see it, it's kind of like a lot of diamonds are colored very similarly to this. And that's basically what I'm trying to say. I don't know if y'all know what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to rigging. I know, Winter, you probably don't agree with me. That's how I see it and how I think of it. It may not be correct, and that's okay. Light is going to obey your shape first and foremost. Yes, I agree with that 100%. Then ambience and reflected light is the next step, and then the secondary light sources, and then light refraction and environment lighting next. Shape language is similar, but opacity of an object affects your lighting tremendously. I agree with that. It does. I agree. I just like the only reason I'm saying studying a diamond is if you study a diamond, it's like all these other metal things become easier to understand. But diamond is a step up. Would agree, to be honest, because they get into random trouble if you wouldn't pay attention. Yes. I think it just makes it hard. It's just hard, guys. It's just hard. Okay, so we're going back to this. I'm going to focus on this. Okay, so I'm still making meshes. This one I might actually make it. So your things that you're going to be deforming the most is your face, your eyes, your mouth. So these things you're going to want to take a little bit more care on your deformers. Or, sorry, not your deformer, your meshes. Sorry, I'm getting my words mixed up. You want to take care on your meshes. Why is it doing this? So yeah, you kind of want to take care of your meshes when it comes to your eyes. This is why I draw geometric prisms in high school art. It does help. Study a rock instead of it's solid. Yes, I agree. Geometric prisms are probably a good thing to study. I don't see, like, these I'm probably going to have to make myself. And I just did that. So I'm going to undo all of this. So this is the sucky part of rigging. I'm going to undo all this, and then I'm going to save where I'm at because I don't want it to, like, delete. All right, so I'm going to save. Okay, for this one, I want to manually do, and that's because I'm going to kind of make it kind of look kind of bubbly. What is it doing? Why is it doing this? No, I don't want that. I'm trying to draw you. Why is it doing this? Okay, hold on. Live 2D is messing up. So I am going to restart it. Live 2D, the only thing that's bad about it is sometimes it's a little finicky and unhappy. Hopefully I will not disconnect while I'm trying to load Live 2D. There's a lot going on. I don't know if it was meant as a joke or serious, but that made me chuckle a little bit. What are you talking about? What made you chuckle? By the way, I would love to learn Blender. I think Blender would be a fun one to learn. I have not played with Blender. I kind of want to play with Blender, give it a shot, but I'm kind of also scared to. Oh, because rock is a solid. I get what y'all are saying. It takes a minute for it to load. You know, the more I stream, the more baby doesn't like it. She gets so mad at me. Blender forced an AI update, so I tossed the app off my PC. It did? So what do they do? What is Blender doing that's AI? Is it like AI, like if you make part of it, does it like AI make all of it? The rest of it? Like how does that work? How does AI fall into it? That's what I want to know. Okay, we're back in business. I'm also gonna move these here and get rid of this. We don't need any excess folders. So I highly recommend if you have multiple files, get rid of the folders. It affects how, for some reason, it affects the loading of this particular theme. Baby's first streams on the PC. Baby's first streams were like happy and go lucky, and she was happy. Now she's like a little fuss bus. Streams take your attention away from baby. Baby's getting jelly. Baby gets mad. Baby just wants my attention all the time. AI will do stuff for you. It's just open source AI. And the EULA reads you granted access to your content if you agree to TOS. So, do you know how it works though? Like, what does it do for you? What does it do for you? All right, let's see if it'll work this time. Yes, it's working. Okay. I had to restart it because it wasn't working. All right, so like for something like this, I want to draw it instead of have it do it on its own. And this is how I typically draw my meshes. You want to do everything in triangles typically. And we're only doing one eye. We do not have to do both eyes because you can copy and paste both eyes. Okay, so you'll see this, how the mesh is like super big. You don't want that. So you want to exit out of this and you want to shorten your mesh because it will be a hassle later on, promise you. Like it will not be fun dealing with that big old mesh for a small piece. It makes the mesh as big as your art piece for some reason. I don't know why it does that, but it does. I've tried everything to get it to not do that, but whatever. It doesn't matter. You just got to fix it. So I bring my mesh down to this size. So next time I click on it, there you go. There it is. Pretty much anything you ask it to. I'm just not okay with training it on content, so I got rid of Blender. But okay. The reason why I ask, what does it do? So, okay, there are things that AI I think are neat. Now, I'm not saying that, like, I want them, per se. I don't know how to feel about this. So, like, 3D modeling, I would think takes a long time. And I saw, like, AI can, like, if you make the front end of a 2D character, it can 3D it. Like, turn it into a 3D character. And where people might say, well, that's stealing art, that's not good. I think that it changes the amount of time that you spend on making this 3D character. If you can make it 2D and it makes it 3D for you, I think that's a neat feature. If it was just used for that, I wouldn't have a problem with that. If it was used to steal and to do other things with it, I might have more of a problem. It depends on what the software is used for. If it's just used to take your concept and turn it into 3D, that takes a lot of time out of stuff. And I'm all for technology. Like I really am. I'm not anti-technology. I'm anti-stealing and taking that art piece and having someone else use it. So I mean, that's where I'm kind of curious, like what is Blender doing with it? So I'm going to call this eye circle. I'm going to call this eye right circle. Why can't I spell circle? Yeah, in Blender, AI will 3D a model, and the issue is people will take your art, not their own, and do that, and then sell your art as 3D STL files. See, that's where I have a problem. If Blender can steal my art, that's a problem. Now, if it can 3D my art, that's cool. Like, that's totally cool. That just takes time out of my day. And I think time is precious. If it can 3D your art and then you can fix it to the way you want it to, that's pretty cool. I don't, again, not condoning. Oh, I don't want this one. Okay. I am going to deal with that later. What am I doing? What is this? What is this? What are you? How about I auto mesh you? Oh, I don't want that, but that's okay. I'm gonna delete that eye so it's not a big deal. Here we go. So like for this one, I do want to make my own mesh. Now I can always fix meshes later if I don't like it. All right. Cool. We did it. I have a 3D printer. I'd love to make my 3D art, but guess I'm old school. I still like to learn how to do it myself and maybe later use an assistant in my own work with my own 3D STL for my. Okay, I get what you're saying. I guess I'm in between. I feel like 3D is a little bit different than just 2D art splat. There's AI. I feel like 3D, you could do it yourself. You could manually do it yourself. I also think tools to help make it faster are not a bad thing. And AI has been in existence since video games. So, like, where, like, I have a problem with it is if it steals art. I think that's where my biggest problems lie with it, is when it steals art. But if it doesn't do that, if it's just trying to assist you, have a gorgeous day. Y'all are so nice. Thank you. My baby, though, is just not having today. My baby is just not having it today. Okay. Let me see if she needs something. Baby Riz. Okay. I am back. Baby wants attention. Well, I gave her. I took care of her. She's good. Yeah, generative used to steal, lie, and cheat. The issue. AI beats my ass in a video game. I'm cool with that. I just think AI is okay in some instances. I also think AI is not good in other instances. So with hair, I typically auto-generate my meshes. Hair will make sense later, but like hair, typically I auto-generate all my meshes, unless it's like something I need to do. See like how it cuts it off. So like if I were to do the mesh like that, that's what the hair would do. I'm like 80% AI hater, especially if they're trying to date our kids. AI's dating your kids. I think the dating your kids problem is a societal problem, okay? I think when you are fine with dating a computer program, you have an issue in yourself. I'm just gonna be honest. Will Smith be AI generating his audience now? I saw that. Will Smith to look like he has bigger crowds than he actually does. I actually saw a video on this. I did. You know what? Like, Will Smith was amazing in his day, and I think it's hard to stay relevant forever. I'm not saying he isn't relevant. I think he is always relevant. I just don't know in what manner. I think he's a very interesting fella. I will say that much. Will Smith has made some great movies. I'll say that much. Will Smith has made some great movies. Sorry guys, this is like the unfun part, but this is definitely your foundation to creating a 3D model. It's not fun. We're not having fun, but the fun is gonna start. I promise. I'm not gonna rig this without y'all. Listen, if you want to auto-generate audience, like, I mean, do it. Do it. I do want to bring up a point, though. Like, about society. I'm not into politics. This channel's not about politics. Okay? This channel is not about politics, and I'm not gonna make it about politics, but I'm just gonna make a simple statement. There's been a lot of, like, killings lately. Like, really brutal killings lately. If y'all have not seen it, it's really sad. I don't recommend going and looking for it. But I'm gonna say, like, for people to make fun of people who died like that is awful. I'm gonna say, like, someone died recently. They were shot. His name is Charlie Kirk. I'm not getting into politics. The next day, on my phone, I get a notification popping up about an it's a Twitter post, which I think a lot of the Twitter posts have been taken down. I don't know, but like it was like the day after, and it was a post making fun of him. And I feel like that is wrong on so many levels. Like, I don't care if you don't like the person, you know, whatever. If you don't like the person, there's one thing, but to make fun of like that they died is a whole different level. I don't even know why the post showed up on my phone. I looked at it and was absolutely disgusted. And I'm just saying this as a way of like, I don't think it's good to make fun of people who are dead. That's all I'm going to say. It's not about the politics. If I'm anti them, whatever, I still wouldn't make fun of the people I don't like after they died. We live in society equals Joker. Well, that's the reason why I think people are dating AI girlfriends. It's because actual people do awful things. Okay? I am getting tired of how people treat other people. Like, I think it's not great how we just have lost it on how to love each other. It's just simple like respect. My brain is getting fried. I might stick to PNG tubing. It's not that hard. I'm literally just creating meshes, dude. I'm literally just creating meshes. I like how it shows your effort. People may look and think at your art is simplistic, but when it moves, it may not understand the time and passion involved. Yeah. Disrespecting the dead, yeah. No difference in opinion should ever equate to murder, just in my opinion, but geez. Well, okay. If you don't like someone's opinion, that is okay. I'm actually open to people who have differences opinions of mine. I actually will have a conversation and not just throw them under the bus or talk down to them. I'm gonna make this smaller so you guys can see. Sorry, I'm gonna move this up too so y'all can see it. I think having a difference of opinion should happen, because if we all had the same opinion, then we'd all be the same person. I think that we all should have our own opinions. I don't know much about Charlie Kirk. I didn't really follow Charlie Kirk that much. I'm not hugely into politics. This is not a political statement. This is more of a statement of, like, we shouldn't disrespect the dead, regardless of, like, what they believed in. I think that, I think differences in opinion, and I guess I'm just saying this because this is my stream and how I feel about society in general. I think we should all respect everyone's opinion. Like, even if you don't like it. Like, imagine someone forever sleeping someone because they think dogs are better than cats or cats are better than dogs, but I feel society is getting that ridiculous. Yeah, like I mean, I just hate how people treat other people. That's basically like downright what I'm gonna say is I just think I think that the way we treat others is so backwards now. Like there was a time when I feel like people would respect each other regardless. Like politics weren't as strongly, I don't know how to say it. Like there's such strong polarizing things about politics now. Um and for reasons, okay, I will say that for reasons, but I also don't think it should equate to hurting somebody. Now, I do also believe in justice. I will say this too. Like, there was a woman on the subway. I don't know her name. I'm sorry. I don't know her name. She was killed on the subway. Or she was out. I don't know. Whatever. I think that that's not right either. And if you see it happen, like, I think that we shouldn't think that that's okay either. I don't know. I guess I'm I try to love everybody. And we all don't know what's going on with the other person. A lot of times everyone's dealing with their own crap. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I deal with my own crap. I just don't talk about it. Everyone deals with their own crap. And I think if we all help each other and be a lot more loving, like, I think everyone would be better. I don't know who Kirk is. The same thing on 9/11. I didn't know until 2014 because the internet stuff I don't get into. Like they said, has changed the world. Like, no, it only changed America because it didn't something crazy. I think 9/11 changed everybody. I'm just be honest. I think it changed everybody. Anyway, I'm not trying to get like too deep into everything. I just think that like doing something nice for somebody. Do something nice. Like, be nice to people. I'm gonna say, like, I played tennis the other day. And I had someone, and this is like a chill tennis group. It's just very chill. We're all just playing. We're all having a good time. And one of the people that I played with decided I wasn't good enough. Okay? This person decided to basically, we rotate in a line. We're rotating together. And this person basically decided that that I was not good enough. Okay? And when they decided I wasn't good enough, they got out of line to go be with someone else. This made me really angry because this person does this to other people. Okay? I've seen it happen. And I think the reason why it makes me really angry is like it just shows like really you think you're so better than me that like you get out of line to be with someone else. Let me tell you, it made me so angry. And what I did next, okay? I wiped the floor with them. Okay? When they were opposite of me, I took them down. Okay? In tennis. Because I was angry. I was really upset. And I think, like, I realized I was getting angry. And how these things, like, I don't want people to treat me this way, but I shouldn't treat them that way back. And when I realized, man, I don't want to be this person. Like, yeah, I'm trying to show them up. But, like, even that's, like, it's not right, I guess. I don't know. I just felt, like, dirty in a way. Trust me, VTubing is easy when you're in college. I don't know what that means. Like, well, how is it easy in college? Like they said, this has changed the world. And no, it only changed... Oh, sorry, I already read that. But, like, I don't want to be that person either. I don't want to be the person that, like, shows a person up. They're cherry picking. They expect a carry, but they need to blame someone else for the shortcomings. If they have an issue with every teammate, they need to stop and realize they're the common denominator. Well, the problem is, I think when you want to be as good, you want to be so good that like you're willing to throw away everyone else. And get this, we're all having a good time. Like we're all having a good time. It's not like we're competitive. It's a little competitive, but it's not like it's a tournament or anything. We're just having a good time. But like my mom, I was talking to my mom about this and she was saying, "You know what? Just be a good person. Like if someone's doing wrong to you, like you don't want to turn into them because then you're doing the same thing they're doing." And I said, "You know what, Mom, you're so right. Like don't let that affect you because reality is you want to be a good person and people sense that. Like people sense and see like when someone's being ugly." And I'm like, that's such a hard lesson to learn, but it's such a good lesson. Because I know sometimes I can have a tendency to get upset and like I'm like I grew up in a family where like if you get upset and you have a feeling about something, you show it. You're straight up like, this is what I'm upset about. I want to talk about this. Exactly. It costs nothing to be a decent person. I think that's great. Just be a decent person. I'm studying engineering in motion and creative communications. What? So wait, that feels like there's two different things. You're studying engineering in motion and creative communications? So like, how does that work? I don't know. I don't know what that is because like what? Okay, I can understand engineering in motion, but how does that do with communications? I just don't. I think those are like two different things. But I think I also like I've realized some of my shortcomings too. Like I feel like there are times I don't realize like maybe I take advantage of people. You're trying to get a dual degree. Okay, I get it. Maybe you're trying to be a manager. That's what it is. I guess I feel like I have like my own shortcomings too. Um like I feel bad if I'm trying to like how do I say this? Sometimes maybe if I do something I don't mean to take advantage of a person. Like I have someone who watches my daughter, for instance, when I can't watch her, and sometimes I realize like I get to pick her up late because something happens. But sometimes I don't like think about it. I'm just like I have so much to deal with. I'm doing so much that I don't realize that maybe I'm taking advantage of a person. So like sometimes I'm like, "Hey man, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to take advantage of you." If that's like I hope that's not how you feel. Fortunately, she didn't feel that way, but like I feel like sometimes I'm like I forget when I'm like doing something that happens. I don't know. Look, I'm just talking about my own food for thought. Like I have my own shortcomings. I think everyone has their own shortcomings and they don't sometimes realize it. All I'm saying is a couple things. Don't make fun of the dead. Just be a decent person. That's all I'm saying. Just be a decent person. At least try. I know like I'm not perfect. I think a lot of people aren't perfect, but like all you can do is just try. I like totally went on a tangent there. I feel bad. I feel bad for people in psychic energy because I keep hearing the other class crying and screaming like they were taken out, but it was actually the teacher teaching. What is psychic engineering? You mean physics? Are you talking about physics engineering, or like do y'all have like are y'all engineering psychics? How does that work? Okay, so I'm still doing meshes. I'm sorry, guys. It's just taking me a long time. This is the biggest part of all of it. I promise you, like, it gets easier. I think I got everything on this side. Not psychic engineering, physics. That's what I thought you meant. Y'all making effing Mewtwo over there? I know, right? Are y'all creating Mewtwo over there? Is that what's happening? What's going on? Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can auto this. Can I auto it? Nope, I cannot. Undo. Oh, it's gonna load all my layers. Psychic engineer. I know, right? Are y'all like creating Mewtwo over there? Are y'all creating a Pokemon? By the way, I want to say thank you guys for listening to my rant. If I'm ever like, if y'all think I'm wrong, feel free to tell me. I just like felt passionately about this week. And I'm not into like politics or anything, so I'm not trying to bring up the politics aspect because I know like some of the like Charlie Kirk is a political guy. I'm just like, it's not about the politics. I'm just talking about like in general. I think it's funny though, if there is such thing as psychic engineering, we can create psychic Pokemon. You know what? When I was a kid, I wanted Pokemon so badly to be real. I wanted Pokemon, like I wanted it so bad that I believed it. I totally believed it in my brain. Is it a rose stream without a tangent or chat hijacking? I don't know, man. Like, I gotta, like, mesh this nose. Look, I'm sorry. This part is so boring. Look, I'm about to fix it, okay? I'm about to fix it. We'll start doing some rigging right now, okay? Let me just do this little bit and then we'll do some rigging. Now, normally I might do all the meshes together, but I'm going to show y'all some rigging because I have so many meshes to do. So, I'm going to show y'all how to do a little bit of rigging. Okay. So I'm going to save this so I don't lose it. But you realize that Beedrill and the other would be dangerous in the human world? But you have other Pokemon to take care of Beedrill. Like, you literally have an actual insect repellent by just having another Pokemon. Like, what is strong against bug type? Isn't it, like, fire or something? And Beedrill's flying or no? Like, wouldn't Beedrill, like, can't you take out a Beedrill? I mean, granted, if you have, like, dragon Pokemon running around and, like, blowing smoke everywhere, that probably would not be a good idea. But I'm just saying, I totally would live in the Pokemon world. And I would not catch them all. And I'll tell you why. Okay, this is another tangent. I would not catch every Pokemon, because what about the poor Pokemon? I would just keep the Pokemon that I would use. Because if you catch them all, I mean, sure, you can send them to Professor Oak, but is Professor Oak really taking care of the Pokemon? I mean, think about it. Like, we talk about, like, animals today, right? Rock is 4 times against Beedrill. There you go. Get a rock guy. Oh, yes, fire type to cause arson. Listen, there's a type to beat other types. They all cancel each other out. No, I ain't joining the Pokemon world. Hey. I would totally live in the Pokemon world. Listen, every type cancels out other types. It will work out, okay? Y'all don't understand. It would totally work out. Y'all do not believe hard enough. Like, if I have multiple lives, I would totally live, like, I would be reborn in the Pokemon world. Think about it. They have free healthcare for Pokemon, but not for humans. I think you're blowing my mind right now. Okay, so for this, for the eyelashes, I gotta create their own mesh. Listen, y'all are like hurting my dreams right now. Y'all are like hurting my dreams. These are my dreams, okay? Y'all are making my dreams y'all are making me feel like my dreams are not worth it. Okay? All I wanted was to live in the Pokemon world, and now y'all are ruining it. Okay, let me ask y'all this. So Gladius she's like a moth fairy, okay? And I've thought about this. Like, I'm not a huge fan of bug Pokemon, so I don't think Gladius would own a bug Pokemon. Like, I don't think she would own a Butterfree. I mean, forget that. That's a lame Pokemon. And I hate to say this, like, if I were in real life to own a Pokemon, it would be Arcanine. That would be my Pokemon. But Gladius is not, like, technically Gladius is a separate entity, okay? Believe it or not. So, let me ask y'all this. What do y'all think about Gladius's Pokemon being Suicune? Because, like, I didn't really want to pick a legendary for Gladius, but I feel like Suicune would match with Gladius the most out of every Pokemon. How are you going to raise a Charizard when you got to raise the baby? You know what? There's Mr. Mime for that. Mr. Mime could be my servant and help me with the baby. That's what basically Ash's mom did, right? Not gonna lie, almost made me spit out my coffee. What do you mean? What made you... Look, you know what? Ash's mom had Mr. Mime watch the baby. I keep Mr. Mime 100 yards away from kids. Look at that face, my god. But Mr. Mime is just, he's a little dude. The literal sus mime. Listen. Okay, what about a Chansey? Okay, what about like a Chansey? Chansey could take care of babies. I'm not trying to be a Pokemon master, guys. Like, that was never my dream. I was never to be a Pokemon master. My dream was just to have a Pokemon. Arcanine is 190 cm. How? Arcanine's massive. Don't you know, like, Arcanine, you could ride an Arcanine? Chansey is effing adorable. I know! So, instead of a Mr. Mime, you could totally do a Chansey. Okay, guys. We're getting to the Deformers. Alright, I'm gonna name... Real quick before we get started on the next... I'm gonna have to rename these. So, I'm gonna say, top slash right. I'm gonna rename these real quick, and then we're gonna start... Right, Iris. If I can spell right. Right pupil. And then we got right white. Oh, you know what? I have a lash that I haven't done yet. If I can touch it. What is this? Oh, right hair. I'm going to, like, not look at that. Lock it. I need to touch, there's a layer. Now, you don't have to do lashes separately. For some reason, I did. I don't usually. Because this is, like, a lot of extra work. But for some reason, I did it anyway. Alright, so guys, like I said, this is your foundation. Once you have this all completed, it gets fun from here, okay? This is not the fun part. This is the boring part. This is the part that's, like, so boring. Okay. Oh wait, this is going to be... lashes, right. Okay. We're going to rig an eye. So, I like to create a folder. I'm gonna rename the folder. How do I rename it? Rename you. How do I rename you? Oh, here we go. Okay. Eyes. Now, you don't have to do this. I didn't do this for a long time, but I started doing this because I actually liked it. And then I'm gonna change the color. We're gonna make it red. Actually, let's make it blue. We're gonna name eyes blue. So I'm gonna have eye. Actually, let's create another folder. I'm gonna have head angle. Oh, head angle. All right, so this is going to be red. We're going to have the eye open, eye smile, eye open, eyeball X, eyeball Y, brow Y. There's one of these brows that I don't use, and I have to figure out which one it is. But for now, we're just going to stick it in there. I think it's angle and Y that I use. Brow angle. I don't think I use brow X. I'm probably just going to delete those. Brow form. Brow form. Brow angle. Brow angle. Okay, and breathe in its own. Okay. So, this is eyeball. There's a lot of eyeball. I'm not trying to ruin the Pokemon dream, but I want to make sure it's logical to know what's coming because you're trying to get to the mall, but then a Caterpie shows up and step in the way. It's annoying. But not if you're in the Pokemon world. If you're immersed in the Pokemon world, it's okay. Because Pokemon, right? Okay, so we're not doing IL smile. Okay, we're doing IR smile. So we're going to move these two up. So we're going to focus on eye open. Very simple, but not really. It's actually a little bit more complicated because I have to add physics to the eyes. But first, with your eyelash, I don't want that. So these are your deformers. So you can create a warp deformer. You can create a rotation deformer. And then there's also these. Oh, that's a rotation. Yeah, rotation deformers. So these are your warp deformers, and these are your rotation deformers. I like deform paths for eyes. So for this one, Poplash, we're going to use a path deformer. So it'll let me. Why won't it let me? Am I not using the right one? No, that's not it. Pretty sure it's this one. Why are you not doing it? Why are you not doing it? Okay, hold up, guys. I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna restart it because I don't know why it's doing that. Still, bar none, this is like the best rigging thing. It just is gonna take a minute for it to load. Don't get me started on Slugma and Magcargo, not to mention that Dex entry for Entei is every time it barks, it's a volcano that becomes active. Okay, like, I think within reason, guys, within reason, the Pokemon, like, I want to say, like, the first couple of Pokemon. I'm not talking about the one that can change space and time and Celebi that can move time. I'm just talking about the basic 150 Pokemon. We could have Mew and Mewtwo, whatever. Mewtwo was created by us because humans are humans. But I don't know if we would have, like, all the excess Pokemon that exist. Maybe, maybe not. I think within reason. I mean, it's my world, okay? It's my dream. I don't think people people thought up all these things if it were to happen in real life. They just thought, hey, it's cool. When he barks, there's a volcano. Like, I think that's all they thought. Driftroom abducts. Is that the balloon one? Team Rocket. Okay, but there are bad people now. Which one is Driftroom? Yes, it's the balloon one. It's the balloon. Okay, but the initial 150 Pokemon were not that bad. I wanted to ask y'all, what would y'all think about, like, me playing games like I'm Not Your Neighbor? You want Mewtwo, the Pokemon that literally hates humans and try to what? But like but Ash shows him it's okay, right? Because we're all friends. I'm just saying that Mewtwo was created by humans. I don't blame him. He was like literally genetically engineered. Humans did this. Okay. Haunter tries to kill you if it licks you. Does it though? Does it? Does Haunter try to kill you if it licks you? Why am I having... I'm still trying to figure out... Oh, okay. I was using the wrong thing. But I gotta figure out... Oh, okay. I figured out. I was using the wrong thing. I haven't done live 2D in a long time, so I apologize. I'm still like... Sometimes if I forget, I'll forget how to use it. Yes, you shake uncontrollably until you die. What? But, like, Haunter literally licks Ash and he doesn't die. Someone mentioned Drifloon. It's the balloon Pokemon that literally kidnaps kids and swoons them into the sky. And it hates fat kids. What? Why is it prejudice? Protect the baby. Okay, but, like... Don't hawks do this in real life anyway? If you leave your baby out, a hawk could swoop and take your baby. I think I've literally seen videos on this. Like, that's a thing that happens anyway. Alright, so you're gonna use this one. Is it this one? So, you're going to do this. You're gonna create a line. And this is gonna be what deforms your lashes. So it's this one. It's technically a rotation deformer. But it'll make sense. Okay? 1 second. Okay. Protect the baby. They beg for Ash to be saved. Sabrina and her creepy AF doll. Listen, guys. Like, y'all are ruining my dream. Alright, so what this does, this deformer deforms my lashes. See? This is what this does. Now, I don't want to do that yet because, unfortunately, I have to do a few things first. Okay. the first thing I have to do is create deformers for each of these things in the eye. So what I usually create a deformer. So I'll click create a deformer. This is the deformer, or you can go to modeling, create deformer. And then so this is pretty much what you would play with. Warp division, if you want a bigger deformer or not. So like this creates a deformer. This is a deformer. See? Deformers, that's what basically you use to warp your character in animations, in live 2D characters, anything. This is what this is used for. Okay? I gotta create deformers for each of these things because it will make sense here in a little bit. And so the deformers actually show up here. So like this is the actual mesh. This is the deformer of that mesh. So remember when I said if you kept it massive, your deformer would be massive. That's why you don't want to keep them big, because it affects the deformer. So see how big it is? So is my deformer. My mesh is this big, so is my deformer. Hopefully that makes sense to y'all. Ditto is especially scary in the Detective Pikachu movie. I don't think I've seen that movie. I kind of want to watch it, but I haven't seen it yet. Okay, so this I'm going to create eye shine. And we're going to create a deformer for it too. Great. Alright, so I don't use these. When I'm deforming something, I do not use the mesh. Okay, that will ruin your animation. So you know how we did a bottom lash? We did the top lash with this. We're gonna do the bottom lash the same way. We're gonna create no, I don't want that. No, I don't want that either. Why am I... No, I don't want to create that. Why am I having such problems? No! I don't want that either. Give me a second, guys. I am having trouble. No, I don't want that. Okay, it's this... No, I don't want that either. Oh my goodness, why am I failing? Why am I failing? Is it this one? Is this one? Ugh, Rose! Why? I have been out of doing this for so long that like... Okay, so it's this one. It's this one, guys. I don't want your cheap followers. Leave me alone. So, it's this one. This one. Path deformer edit. So most of your deformers, except for lashes, are going to be that. So this is going to be your lashes. That's pretty much it. You're going to use this for lashes and mouth as your deform edit. Everything else is going to be its own deformer. It's just going to be like this. And I'll explain why. Okay, so we're going to... I think we have to create a deformer. Yeah, we have to create a deformer for your eye white. Okay, so I think we created all our deformers. Oh, wait. We didn't do one. I have to do the shadow, too. Because when you blink your eye, the shadow moves. So I gotta create a mesh, which I'm just gonna do an auto mesh for the shadow. And then I'm gonna create a deformer. Okay, now we'll actually make the eye move. So when you... Oh, wait, I forgot. There's one more deformer. Sorry, guys. Here we go. We did not create a deformer for our lashes. So this is, again, more foundational stuff. You're going to create deformers everything that you're going to move. Okay, I'm sorry, it just is what it is. You're gonna create deformers for everything that you move. You first create the mesh, and then you create the deformer. The mesh is basically, it tells the deformer what to do. So you create your mesh, then you create your deformer, and then you start rigging. Okay? Hopefully this makes sense. So the top lash, what you're gonna do, so I have the IR open. Okay? Now, we only want it to open. I don't want any extra openings. I just want it to open and shut. So I typically, this is how I rig, I do it 2 dots, okay? This dot means starting, this dot means end, okay? So this is the open, this is the shut. So if I want it to shut, I have to start rigging on this dot, okay? Y'all see this dot here? So I'm gonna start rigging it. Now, things can go really, really well, or they could mess up. I'm just going to be honest. This is the play with it phase. Okay, so I want my eye to shut here. So look, open, shut, open, shut. Does it make sense? Y'all get it? Y'all get it? Y'all get it? Hopefully y'all understand, because this is not rocket science. And then you're gonna get the lash, and you're gonna click on the deformer. Do not click on the lash itself, and then you're going to bring it down. So look, when it opens, open, shut. The lash comes with it. This is why this program is so easy. Guys, this is easy peasy. Actually, just so you can see it better, I'm going to turn off my side hair. If I can click it. Oh, you know what? I can't click it because I already locked it. So here we go. So open, shut. Okay, next thing I want to do is do the bottom lash. And since when you do the lashes and you use the warp deformer here, which this is live 2D. Since I use the path deformer, I don't use another deformer. So I can actually directly click this on the open and shut. So since it's shutting, I'm going to put it here. There you go. There's your motion. Very simple, right? But it gets more complicated. Just a little bit. Because we still got to do physics, but we're not doing physics yet. I'm going to first warp my iris. Actually, I think what I want to do when it shuts, I want to make this bigger. Because, and I'll show you why here in a little bit, because when I warp the eye, it's going to like, you want the eye to have enough space to kind of be warped. I agree, since it can literally copy anything and anyone. What's to say the world isn't overrun by dittos and we are just oblivious? Okay, let me put it in perspective. What if the world, okay, like we're just saying what ifs here. What if the world, what if we're like in a video game and some people are NPCs, but like some people are not, and we're all just playing this video game trying to win at the game of the world? Because, I mean, I tell you, there's some boring people out there that I wouldn't be surprised if they were NPCs. I'm just being real. Which version? Beta or latest? This is the latest. I don't think it lets you even do the other ones. Okay. But I recommend Evox to learn right now and then get it. Because I'm teaching you everything now. There's more to come. This isn't it. Like, this is the basics. Because there's more to come. You still got to do eye physics, and that's even more. Okay, you click your deformer, And remember, you always have to do your perimeters. Click your perimeter, okay? So you want to shape it to where the eye is closed. So there you go. Eye open, eye shut. Very easy. Which we are just NPCs, Rose. I know, and I'm just a simulation. I am literally a robot. I'm literally a robot. That's what's happening. I can open my eyes, yay! Okay. Okay, I am going to do the eyeball. Remember to click the deformer, not the eyeball itself. And we're going to close the eyeball. All right, then we're gonna do, oh, we didn't do a mesh for this. We're gonna create a mesh, or a deformer, I mean, I'm sorry. I get my words mixed up. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. No, 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 no. We don't want that. And you can undo, so if you make a mistake, it's okay. All right, so this we are going to put that in there. So look, our eye is starting to look like an eyeball. All right, next one is this one. See how easy it is? Once you have your foundation, see how easy it is? It is like cake and icing. This is the icing. This isn't the cake. The cake is what we did before. This is the icing. This is what creates all of it, guys. This is the magic. All right. Magic. Magic. Okay. I like to do something fun with my shines. So I'm actually going to click my shine and I'm going to bring it ahead of my lashes. And I'll show you why. So like, I kind of like to play with my shines a little bit and do some cool things. So I'm going to bring my shine here and make it small. So like so. Open. Shut. Maybe a little bit smaller. So open. See how this is? Now with the if you wanted to do like an animation of this, you have to do this first. So like if you wanted her blinking non-stop as an animation and not as a live 2D character, you still have to do this first. And then once you're done with that, you just have to create the animation. So you just tell it when to blink, and that's all it is. It's simple as cake, guys. Simple as cake. We got to do our star. There we go. Next, we're going to do the shadow. So all I'm going to do is just bring the shadow up a little bit, and then I'm going to widen it. So it looks like, oh wait, see, that's where you have to do your perimeters. If you don't do your perimeters, it messes up. You got to do the perimeters. I'm sorry, guys. I have to redo that. There we go. So eye open. So what do y'all think, guys? Y'all are being quiet. I don't like. Hold on, where's my shadow? Is this it? Yeah. I am gonna just bring it forward. Okay, so that's basically simple eye blinking, but I want physics. Okay, guys? I want some crazy physics. I want this eyeball to be bouncy and juicy and look amazing. Okay. So I gotta create a perimeter, and I'm gonna call this I physics 1. Oh, why did I do that? Cancel. I'm gonna create it again. Create perimeter. Here we go. I physics 1. Create perimeter. I physics 2. All right. Y'all are being so quiet. I'm kind of worried. Are y'all bored now? Like, did I just bore y'all or did I just amaze y'all? I don't know if I don't know which one's which. Okay. So, one of the things I'm going to do is create physics, and then I typically link them together. So, for this one, I click this. So, you're going to see this. Check in Discord, I'll answer the question. Are y'all bored? I can't tell if y'all are bored. Oh. Oh, you got one? You got Live 2D? Cool beans. Okay, so this is the part I need y'all to watch if y'all want to make some cool stuff. So this is the iPhysics. I'm going to create iPhysics for this circle, okay? So when basically I'm going to create iPhysics here. All right, so I move it up. And we're going to make it as bubbly as possible. So I'm going to kind of expand it here, up and down. I'm going to squish it here. Squish it. So it's going to look like this. Squish, squish, squish. And then I'm going to expand it on the sides here. And then I'm going to squish it here. And I'm going to show you kind of what this does. Once I'm done with creating this kind of this effect of like a kind of a ball squishy thing, I'm then going to synthesize my corners. So what this does is it synthesizes it through all of it. So you're going to synthesize corners. Click OK. And look, it makes a squishy ball. All right. So this is where the magic is, guys. This is where the magic happens. Okay. I'm going to go into modeling. This is called modeling here. You're going to go to physics settings. I know I'm kind of going a little bit fast, but it will all make sense. I promise. You're going to go into physics settings. Okay. We're going to add our group. And I call this iPhysics. Okay. iPhysics. So you have inputs. You're going to add your physics as you're going to add IOpen, IR open. You're going to add IR open as your input, because that's what happens. And you want the effectiveness to be 100. Come on, make it 100. 100. All right, I have the effectiveness of 100. That means anytime it blinks, it will affect the physics. Okay. Then you got to add a pendulum. You can have presets. I don't really have presets because my pendulum is different depending on how you want your physics for that character. So this is your pendulum. Okay, this is how your shakiness, your reaction, you can mess with this down here. Yes, this is your pendulum. So before we get into the pendulum, you have to add it first, but then we add output settings. So your output is going to be your physics. Okay? Your output is your physics. So I increase output. So now it's increased output. All right? So now we're gonna test our physics, see how it looks, okay? So I open. See? Now it creates physics. Now our physics look kind of janky. All right, it looks kind of janky. We have to fix that. So every time Yu-Gi-Oh reference pendulum summon, jeez, I have no idea. I don't know which pendulum you're talking about, man. So we can decrease output. See if that fixes it. So this is kind of all like you're just gonna mess around with physics settings. One of the things like you can mess with the shakiness, the convergence. Right now, I'm gonna keep it as is, but I want this to be bigger. So I'm gonna mess with this real quick because I want it to be bigger. And then let's see how it looks. It didn't really do much. Hello, hello, welcome to the stream. I'm teaching how to do physics. Eyeball physics. We could add another pendulum. But then it just bounces more, and I don't really want that because it's an eyeball. So we're gonna delete this. Trying to think of how to go about this. Do I want more shakiness? I'm gonna see if I can do more shakiness. Is it more convergent? Or is it less convergent? See, like, this is kind of like where you just play with it. You can also change your reaction time to be less. But I don't think I think the reaction time is fine. No, I want you to be 1. Okay. So this is kind of like, this is another art style in and of itself, is making your eyes like do like crazy things. I'm trying to think. I think I want my reaction time to be a little bit lower and not that low. I want to be higher. I may only want to do 1 pendulum. Let's see what it looks like with 1 pendulum. No, I'm going to add the other pendulum. I'm trying to give her like bouncy looking eyes. Pendulum legit my brain right now. All over the place. Less reaction time. This is just kind of like where you have to play with it. So I'm gonna do a few other things. So we're going to add physics to we're gonna add physics to this too. So I'm gonna bring the star down here, and I'm gonna bring it down here. This will make sense, I promise. Okay, so let's see how that looks in physics. Ooh. I might have to add separate physics to the jelly versus like these. So I might have to add separate physics just because the jelly looks kind of weird in comparison to those physics. Let me think about it for a second. I mean, maybe we can make it work. I'm trying to think about how to do this. Okay, so I'm trying to think of how to do this. Okay, let's see if it looks weird. I mean, it looks very jiggly. And she's supposed to be like a very chipper type character. So I mean, it does look kind of jiggly. I'm gonna try a few things with the physics. Sorry, I went to get my older, and unfortunately I have to go, but I really want to say hi. I really need the grocery shopping. Hey, before you leave, FNAFin, I'm thinking about playing a game called Not Your Neighbor, and it's a horror. I think you'd like it if you haven't seen it. I'm Not Your Neighbor. Oh, wrong eye open. Dang, she got some jiggly eyes. She's so jiggly. Look at that. She's got some jiggly eyes. She's got some jiggle eyes. I think that's kind of what I'm going for. Because she's like a jiggly, happy character. They jiggle a lot. I might change it. I don't know yet. I'm kind of liking it, though. Oh my god, I love the Not Your Neighbor. Would definitely play it. Yeah, I was thinking about playing that one, and there's another one I was thinking about playing too. But I guess they're kind of like horror games. I thought you would like it. Alright, let's see how much more jiggly that we make this. The only thing is, like, I think this one bounces too much. I'm trying to remember how to fix that though. Oh, shaky influence. I think we don't want as much shakiness. Bye, Rose. Bye, bye, bye. Thank you for joining the stream. I have to make a report about instructive format or phenomenons. I assure you not, my teachers are on some wild assignments. Some weird assignments. Well, hopefully it's fun. You can always make it fun. So yeah, she has some jiggly eyes. She's going to be a happy little girl. Little happy camper. Okay, so next I'm probably going to create physics for the eyelash too. But we're only going to do a little bit of physics. So oh, no, I don't want that. It's due in 2 days, no AI. My only question is, like, how do they know? Like, do they know it doesn't have AI? There you go. She's a happy little fairy. So that's how you do physics. This is how you make an eye open. You guess they're psychic? Maybe they are. Maybe they have a Mewtwo. I like it, guys. Okay. So next what we have to do is eyeball X and Y. And I smile. So let's do our I smile first. So let's do our I smile first because we can do that next. So when your character smiles, typically your eye makes kind of like a little happy little thing. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying right now. I'm just trying to do this, okay? So like when it smiles, it like makes like a little happy thing. Trust me, it makes sense. AI detectors, bruh. That's how they know. What are you talking about? You're talking about like his teachers well, yeah, I know that they have AI detectors. But all I'm saying is like I hear that teachers are struggling with that. Like they don't really know. I guess they use AI and then maybe they rewrite certain aspects of it to make it look good. I don't know. So when you do your eye smile, you have to do it when the eye is open and you also have to do it when it's shut. And the reason, oops, I didn't want that. Why did I do that? The reason is because you can smile when your eye is closed. And then, oh, I didn't want to do that. This one. See, now she has an eye closed. I gotta fix her eyeball, her iris. So when it's closed, I need to make it smaller. And then I gotta make this one smaller. Alright, so like when she's smiling, when she's got her eye closed, you gotta do that. Alright, so physics settings. Just want to make sure everything looks good. There's eye smile, eye open. I don't know why the eyeball is showing. Why is the eyeball showing? I'm gonna save this. My god, my second assignment is gonna make a statement about verbal and nonverbal communications. So, are you trying to be like a manager or something? Why in my physics is it doing that? Eye open, eye shut, eye smile. Why can you see the eye? So like this tells me there's a mistake. And for some reason Live 2D does this, even though like you can very clearly see the eye isn't there anymore. I somehow made a mistake. Alright. Sorry about that. I've been using AI detectors on my haters, accusers, and Uno reverse, and shocker, a lot of the accusers are the ones using it according to the detectors. Trying to be a therapist VTuber? Bruh, you don't have to go to college to be a VTuber. I'm just gonna tell you straight up. You don't have to go to college to be a VTuber. Let me make sure why this is happening. I gotta... Why are you doing this? Okay, you know what I'm just gonna do? Okay. So you can actually shift click and click both of them at the same time. I'm just going to lower them. I wonder if it has something to do with my physics? It shouldn't though. I gotta fix my eye white. Eye white. No, it's not my eye white. Oh, it's the circle. Alright, let's see if that fixed it. Okay, it did fix it, but I gotta fix the lash. You do not have to, I'm gonna tell you do not have to go to college to be a VTuber. But if you want to be a therapist and a VTuber, I mean, you could do both. Okay, let's see. I smile. Oh, you know what? I didn't do my I smile. Or did I? Why is it messing up? Oh, you know why? Because my lashes are not. Okay, so this is typically an issue, but because I'm using it for this deformer for I Smile, it is not an issue. It can be an issue if you use it. You don't want to use typically multiple deformers for like multiple parameters. You'd make a separate deformer. Unless it's not gonna make me or let me do it. Why won't you let me do this? Okay, I'm just gonna create a whole nother deformer. So then I'm going to... See, this is the problem with Live 2D. This is the problem with Live 2D is when you make mistakes, you still have to like fix them. So unfortunately, this is the issues with Live 2D. It just is. Your physics can interact with other things, which then like messes it up. I don't know why it's doing this. You know what? Why is it doing this? It shouldn't be doing this. I'm getting upset. Okay, you know what I meant. I know what you don't... I know you don't need college for VTuber. So you want to be a therapist, and then you also want to be a VTuber. I'm going to tell you, you can do both. But I'm going to straight up be honest. If you're trying to content create, and you want to do that for a living, that's what you do. If you're trying to do it as a hobby, that's what you do. I think it is very difficult to have a goal to be a therapist and then do content creation on top of that. Like, it's even difficult for me. Rose talking about rigging. I'm studying for my Spanish quiz tomorrow. Learn Spanish. I don't know it. Y'all could speak Spanish all day and I wouldn't know it. I am going to save this. And then I'm going to try to see if I click out of it, if I can fix it. For some reason, I'm having trouble with that lash. I think content creation is a full-time job. But that's just my opinion. I know there are people that do it. If you want to be a VTuber, like you just make YouTubes. You can make like a YouTube video. And just do that. Like once a week. My brother, he works full time and he makes a YouTube video once a week. But if you want to do that for a dream, I say it's a full-time job. And like honestly, like if you actually like look at like Mr. Beast and the big VTubers or the big YouTubers, a lot of them, they did absolutely everything they could to become a YouTuber. Like if you look at Markiplier, Mr. Beast, like they all went to college, but really that what they were doing was YouTubing. And then when they could have graduated, I don't know if all of them graduated, but they ended up just stopping that and they went straight into content creation. Now, is that doable? I think they made it work. And the problem is like YouTube has changed a lot throughout the years too. I think you can be a therapist and for your chat, and they have trauma dump. The problem with being a therapist is you have to be a very generic therapist. Like you can generically say things, but therapy, at least in the US, like there are some laws that you can't just tell everyone's information kind of thing. So I think it would be hard to just give actual therapy, like clinical therapy, while being a YouTuber. But you can do it. I mean, look, do whatever dreams y'all want to do. Okay? I'm not one to tell you not. I'm just saying, if you want to... Sorry, my baby's Oh, I hit my table with my knee. Ow, it hurts. So, sorry. Yeah, doctor-patient confidential laws. Yeah. Like, you can be a generic therapist. Like, there are lawyers that, like, tell you about law. They tell you about law and, like... Did I put physics with the lash? That's why my lash is messing up, guys. I figured it out. There's physics in my lashes. Okay, so the thing about, like, therapy, you could be, like, a genetic therapist. I have my baby with me. She's sitting with me. There are things with, like, therapy. Like, you could be a genetic therapist. Like, there are generic, like, lawyers that talk about law, but they can't legally give you, like, a particular person law advice through YouTube. So it depends on, like, what you want to do with it. You could be a therapist to help people, and, like, you can be a therapist VTuber. I mean, it could work. If you have the credentials, like, you could do that if that's what you want to do. But, like, a gaming VTuber is going to be different from a therapist. So, like, It depends on like what you want to do. But I think if you're gonna content create, like, so like my goal, I like content creating. I like doing this for y'all. But like that would be my main goal, would be to content create. If your main goal is to be a therapist, you're probably going to spend a lot of time being a therapist than content creation. I gotta figure out how to fix this. Oh, here we go. That's why it's doing this. Okay. Oh no. Let's see if that fixed it. Oh yeah, the license, even if you have one, people will doubt it online. I mean, my whole thing is if you want to content create, I think that should be your focus. If you want to be a therapist, I think that has to be your focus, especially like if you're going to school for it. But if you want to do both, I think do both. I mean, that's awesome. And I'm not one to tell y'all to not have your dreams. I just like, okay, I've done many things. I've been a business owner. I've been an accountant. I've done so many different jobs. And when you start a job, your time goes into that job. Like, I wanted to become an accountant to learn how to deal with the money aspect of a business, because I wanted to learn how to sell my art. So I went into accounting. But I'll tell you what, when I went to go actually be an accountant, it takes a lot of time. It's very time consuming. And then like you end up like getting your life sucked into that. And that's its own deal. Being a business owner, if it's not really what you want in life, like if you start running a business that you don't really want to, and you're not in it, then I'm going to tell you, like, you're spending your time into something that is unfulfilling. I guess like I'm kind of being a person that's like describing my own life, not your life. It's more like my life. Like, yeah, like what you put your time into is what you want to, is what's going to happen out of life. Like, if you want to be a therapist, that's where your time goes. That's all I'm saying. I think like you can create anything you want to out of life. But like don't let constraints be the reason why you do something. Like if you have those constraints, work around them. Like I have a baby, right? And I take care of her. I love her to death. But I want to stream for y'all. I want to be a content creator. So I work around it. You know, I work other jobs. Like I do other work. Those are constraints because I need money and I don't make money on stream. So like I still have to do those jobs. But at the end of the day, like I can only do what I can do and my time is limited. So like I guess what I'm trying to say is like what I try to do is I try to have a primary focus, and my primary focuses are my family, and I want to do this. I want to do YouTubing. Right now, that's my focus. But like sometimes constraints, like I guess they force you to make money, right? Because you need money. Like I wouldn't let go of a dream to make money. That's all I'm trying to say. Like I did that for years. I wanted to be an artist when I was younger. I said I wanted to be an artist when I grew up. And I let those dreams go for years because my parents told me they don't make money. It doesn't make money. You can't do it. Well, if I had started content creating back then, I'd be in a much further down the line being the artist that I wanted to be. had I not listened to that, but I did. And so I spent many years like doing that. Like I spent many years doing accounting, which was something I was not passionate about at all. And all I'm saying is like if you have a passion about something, like I don't know how to say this without like sounding bad, but like don't do what I did. Don't do what I did. Like you know, I think if had I listened to my own passion and what I wanted to do, I would be in a much different place. But it all brings you here, right? Everything brings you here. There's all a reason and a purpose for everything, I think. I have to figure out what I messed up because I messed up something with this lash. I gotta figure out what I messed up. So for some reason, this lash is not doing what I wanted to do, and I think what I have to do is I have to create multiple deformers. And I went on another tangent and another rant. Somehow I'm gonna just delete these deformers, and that'll fix my problem. Delete. Okay. Now I gotta create deformers again. Because I just decided to delete them because I didn't like what it was doing with the parameters. Baby Riz. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So, okay, I'm first going to create a deformer for the eye open and eye shut. And it looks messed up right now. Okay, deformer. So, I'm just going to do an eye open and eye shut deformer. It's a shut. Okay, and this deformer is just gonna do that. I think it's also gonna do the eye smile. So we're gonna put this here. And then we're gonna have a deformer for eye smile. Okay, so that's all that deformer is gonna do. Oh yeah, the license, even if you oh sorry, I misread that. I already read that already. Guys, I feel like, I hope this is not too boring. Because I do stumble when I do this stuff. Like, I'm not perfect, and so, like, I feel like when I'm rigging, I get, like, super zoned in a lot of times. Because I don't know, some of the stuff that I don't know what I'm doing. Well, let's just check our physics settings and see if it fixed it. Alright, so eye open, eye shut's fine. Let's see if the eye smile looks fine. Okay. So what that did, and I'm going to tell y'all, the reason it messed up is because I used too many deformers. I used too many parameters for one deformer. So if you're trying to do multiple things, you want to use multiple deformers. I'm probably going to have to redo, see, eye smile. Let's just pull the eye up on eye smile. And shift click. We're just going to pull it up a little bit. And then that should be good. And then the lash, we're also going to pull up a little bit. Okay. So that's essentially what happens when you use too few deformers. Ugh. And unfortunately, I think I don't think I did the eye right. I'm sorry, guys. I am trying to rush things, and it is messing up the eye. Because if you see, like, when the eye closes and the eye smile, you can see the eyeball behind it. I don't want that. And I think that that's because of my physics is attached to something separate. So basically, it's not doing what I want it to do. But let me see if I can fix it. If I can't, I'm gonna have to redo those deformers. Okay, let's see if I can fix it. Okay, let's see if it fixed it. I don't think it fixed it. And it's only an eye smile for some reason. This is the problem with Live 2D. It does stuff like this. And it's so frustrating because you tell it what to do and it still messes it up. But I still consider it the best. I still consider it the best. Even though it's doing this, I still consider it the best. Is it that noticeable? Yeah, it kind of is. It's kind of that noticeable. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I am just going... I gotta think about this. Maybe with eye smile. I am so frustrated by this. Like, why is it doing... It's never done this to me before. And I think... I know I'm using multiple deformers. You know what? This is fine. I'm gonna leave it like this because I'm lazy. It has a little bit of this showing, but whatever. Oh, you know what I could do? I forgot. Okay. Something that you can do. You see this? I can clip this to the eye white. And if I do that, it won't do that. I forgot about this. So R white, if I clip it to that, that way every time it shuts, you will not see that. So that just like totally fixes it. There you go. I'm gonna fix it. See, it doesn't do it anymore. There you go. I also can do it to all the other eye parts. I totally forgot I could do that. Will you do when I have the time? I only have enough time to make shorts / video streaming, not so much. Look, sometimes all I have time is to make shorts. Like, I don't always have time to do everything either. And it's hard. Like, content creation is really hard. No matter, like, if you're doing Instagram or anything, it's like, it's hard. People say it's easy. You have to post a lot. And you have to, like, if you're doing your own editing, it's a lot. Okay, we're gonna save this. I'm going to then create another deformer because I'm gonna fix the slash. I'm gonna create another deformer. So the reason I do this is because it doesn't like, it wants you to, if you want a certain type of movement, you have to have multiple deformers for multiple types of movement. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna create kind of like a, so let's see if it works out. Okay, so let's see if it does it for the eye smile. There we go. I'm happy with it. So essentially that's how you rig an eye for the eye physics, the eye open. Next thing you have to do is you have to do eyeball X and Y. Now typically what I do for this is actually I will click multiple parts of the eye. I'll shift click all of the parts of the eye and I'll create a deformer for all of it. But I can't do that. So, because it will not let me, the program will not let me. I have to click the deformers themselves. So I have to click this and then create a warp deformer. All right, guys. I don't know how long I can stream because she's being a little fussy. So this, see, I can move the eye all around. That's what this does. So I created a deformer for all of it, except for the shine, and there's a reason why. Because I'm gonna do something with the shine. So basically here, I want to do eyeball X and Y. Another thing I also want to do is I want to clip this whole thing. I want to clip the eyeball to the eye white. I'm going to rename this one, this deformer, eyeball. That way I know what this deformer does. But before we do that, I need to clip this to eye white. And that's just so like the eyeball doesn't go past the eye white because it'll look funky if it does. Same with this one. I need to clip it to eye white. Okay, so we did. Now we just need to we need to get the whole eyeball. We're gonna do eyeball X and Y. So this one you're gonna need three deformers, okay? It's these three. By the way, have you seen the new Nintendo Direct? I have not. I don't know what's going on with Nintendo. I know a lot of people are kind of upset with the price of Nintendo. So I have not really seen much with Nintendo. I'm gonna wait for the price of Nintendo to go down before I do anything with Nintendo. Okay, so the middle one is where the eye is in the middle. To do X, you're going to click the eye and go all the way to the left. And then you want to do all the way to the right. Now they got shifty eyes. Shifty eyes. See, it's kind of shifty eyes. To do eyeball Y, we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to go up. And we're going to go down. And then you're going to connect them. So then we want to synthesize our corners, which we're probably going to have to fix because, oh, no, we don't. It actually did it pretty well. Sometimes it doesn't, and you have to synthesize it yourself, which is sucky, but that's what it is. Oh, the new movie. No, I have not seen the new movie. So there you go. You got a eyeball that goes in circles. Next, we got to do our shines. So I'm going to create a separate deformer because this deformer already does stuff. See, it does this stuff. So we're going to create a whole other deformer. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do up, and the shine's going to go up. I think they call it parallax, what this is doing. I don't know, like shine parallax. I don't know if I'm saying that right. If I'm not, I apologize. So I'm going to have the shine go here. And the reason I do this separately is because I don't want it together with the eyeball. I kind of want it to do its own thing. Then I want to synthesize corners. Okay, so then we have this. We have the eye shine. We got to create another deformer. And then we're going to do eyeball X and Y. So up. So the reason I'm kind of moving it by itself because of this reason here. I don't want it to be even with the circle. I actually kind of want to bring it into the eye and out of the eye, giving it an effect. Now I have to synthesize my corners. So there we go. Physics settings. I think we can do, is it this? I forget how you make the eye just open and shut by itself. There's a way to do it though. There's a way to do it. I think it's a setting in here. See, this is where, like, I still have trouble remembering how to do certain things. Show. Is it show? No. I know it's in modeling. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But anyways, we just want to make sure that the eyeball looks good. So I'm going to do eyeball X and Y. So eyeball X, we got to make sure open, shut works. It works. Okay, good. Because sometimes the eye can do funky things. So we just got to make sure that it works just fine. Then we got to do, where's my settings? Here we go. Let's see, open, shut. See, like, that's funky. I don't want that. So I got to fix that. Open, shut. Yeah, see, that's funky. So I gotta fix that. Alright, so we're gonna do close. And then this deformer. I forget how you're supposed to do this. Oh, wait. Undo. Actually, I think what I want to do is clip it to the eye white. So we're going to do the star is going to be clipped to the eye white as well. R white. So I think that should fix it. Physics settings. Oh, but then it doesn't fix that. See, this is like the problems with Live 2D. Let me think about this. Yeah, this deformer, I'm gonna have to put it there. There. I think this will fix it because it's on a separate deformer. I feel like I'm teaching y'all, but I act like I don't know what I'm doing. But the truth of the matter is, it's a lot of just playing with it, in my opinion, because like you're dealing with multiple deformers, multiple things, trying, and this is where the frustration can lie with Live 2D is because you're telling Live 2D to do something, and it doesn't necessarily understand why you want something done. So now I have to do it for all of this. I know this is like probably the most frustrating things of Live 2D in existence. Because you want it thinks you want something other than what you want. So yeah, I have to do this for every single eye movement. Otherwise, it will mess up in the actual vtuber studio. Live 2D is like animating for puppeting. Correct. It is considered rigging. Rigging is puppeting. Ah, my eye. Sorry, I had to itch my eye. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have to do it for all of these, guys. All of them. So in essence, you gotta do it for all the eye motion. Because it thinks that you want something other than what you want, even though you didn't do that. I prefer the term puppeting because rigging sounds dirty to me, at least. But that's what it's called. It's called rigging. But this is partially why rigging takes so long. It's because, like, stuff like this, where you're having to do it for every single thing. I feel like I fixed this. Did I not fix it? Okay. This is why Live 2D is the most frustrating thing on the planet sometimes. So my physics is messing up. So you know what I'm gonna do? I don't know why it's doing this. This is why Live 2D is probably the most frustrating thing in existence. It's because I have physics going. It's because it doesn't know what to do with the physics. It doesn't know what to do with the eyeball X and Y. So you know what, guys? I'm just going to delete this. Okay? We're just not going to deal with the parallax of it. So we either get rid of physics or we get rid of the parallax. Because it doesn't like either. I don't know why it's doing that though. Because it doesn't do... Oh, you know why it's doing that? It's because it's not clipped. It's not clipped to the eye white. So, in order for me to be able to do this, I'm gonna have to clip it to the eye white, which then means I can't blink like that, I don't think. So we're gonna clip it to there's just things that Live 2D for some reason just doesn't let me do, and I don't know why. And maybe like someone who's better at Live 2D knows better than me. But yeah, we're just gonna have to do like a regular eye close. Because listen, it's not gonna do what I want it to do. And it needs to be able to do this. Okay, we're going to create another deformer. I'm so frustrated by that, by the way. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna say Donkey Kong was the first VTuber. In 1990s, they made a Donkey Kong show with the 3D models and uses for rigging for the first time. Interesting. Okay, wait. We didn't want to do that. Okay, so we're just going to do this, and she's not gonna have that blinking motion, unfortunately. It's fine. It's not gonna be in front of her eye. Golly, that's so frustrating. That is just so frustrating. I'm a little upset by this, but it's okay. Did I do top? Top, bottom. Okay, we're gonna synthesize corners. See, now this looks all funky. Then I have to like fix it. I don't like how this looks here. When life gives you errors, there's always a refresher. There's always a refresher drink, right? Alright, I'm going to put the eyeball there. It's fine, guys. It's not my Live 2D model, so we're okay. It's fine. It's not what I wanted, but it's okay. One thing I kind of want to change is now the eye close, because I think it looks funky. There we go. There we go, guys. There's your eyeballs. Eyeball for the win. We did one eyeball. We finished it. Guess what's next? Save it. That's what's next. Actually, what's next is now we gotta copy and paste it. Believe it or not, we don't do both eyeballs. we copy and paste the eyeball. And then somehow I gotta figure out how to put it on different parameters. And that's where I have to look up a video because I have not done this in a while. And I've only done it one other time, so I gotta figure out how to do that. We're going to not look at that. I can't believe we finished it. Eyeball is done. And guess what, guys? That is just the eyeball. We gotta delete the other eyeball altogether. Now here's the hard part. So I got to copy all of this plus shift click that plus shift click that. And we got to Control C and Control V. And then it's gonna like take a minute for it to paste everything. It's gotta load all the textures now. It's gonna take it a minute to think about it. Hopefully I won't lag out. It's still thinking. It's still taking its time thinking. Oh, we did it! Except it looks kind of funky, but that's okay. Oh, we didn't do eye white. We didn't do the eye white. Wait, hold up. Yeah, we didn't do the eye white. So I'm gonna undo that. Undo. Because we also gotta, like, get the eye white. Hold on. I need to get everything. Plus this. Wait, no. Plus this. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is probably the most frustrating thing about, like, copying and pasting everything. I think we have everything this time. Last time we did not. Do I also have this? I also have to click this. And I also have to click this. Let me save it. Let's save it. Alright, so let's copy C, and then copy, and then Shift V. Okay, it just did it. Okay, cool. Then we have to reflect it. Flip. I know one of them you don't want to flip. I want to say it's X and Y. What did it do? No, I don't want to. It wasn't flip, it's reflect. I know it's reflect. Oh wait, batch reflect. I don't want all of this. Wait, there's a way to do this. Guys, I know there's a way to do this, but I don't know why it's not showing it to me. I don't know if I pasted it correctly. Copy, paste. I did. But what I don't know why it is... Hold on. Is it batch reflect? Oh no, it's not perimeter. I thought it was something here. Oh my goodness. They also update these things. So like sometimes I don't know what I'm looking at because it changed it. Like it changes. Maybe it's flip. It's flip horizontally. Okay, so it did flip it. It's flip. But why it didn't flip? Oh, okay. Rose Sensei, how do you put the slice model in Live 2D app? You go to File and you click Open. And you have to do it from a PSD file, so a Photoshop file. Flip. Horizontally. I want to flip it horizontally. I don't want to do X and Y. So I want perimeters to reflect. I know you do some perimeters and some perimeters you don't. You don't flip X. Oh, a Photoshop file. Yeah, it's a Photoshop file. It's a PSD file. iPhysics. Think. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Okay. Flip. What I don't understand is why it's doing this. Okay, so for some reason, the pupil I don't know why it's doing this, guys. I'm being honest. Okay. It's not copying and pasting correctly, and I'm not sure why. Why am I having... I don't normally have this many issues. I promise. Like, I normally don't have this many issues. I think I'm just going to flip. Do I have to flip it manually? Did I not get everything? Oh my goodness. But does it look like I got... No, I didn't get everything. Okay, I'm sorry. you're supposed to like be able to copy and paste everything. But I don't think for some reason I'm not doing it correctly, and I'm not entirely sure as to why. I'll try it one more time. If I can't, I might have to figure it out. Okay, so file, copy, paste. Okay. Then I should be able to flip it horizontally. There it goes. I don't know if it's because I didn't get everything as to why it did that, but it should work. Okay, physics work. See, this is where I have to flip the eyeball itself because it's going to do this. It's going to do like googly eyes. It's a little bit of scuff, guys. A little bit of scuff. It's okay. But we figured it out. Okay, so next I got to flip the eye itself. Okay, I got to flip the eye itself. I don't know why it did that. Like, why it just, like, went all wonky. Okay. Then I gotta flip. So I'm just flipping the X and Y. Or I think it's just, yeah, X and Y. So it should, physics are fine. Oh no, it didn't do, why is it doing that? Okay, no, I want it to flip X and Y. Why do you do this to me? Okay, I'm gonna undo all that. Undo, undo, undo. Okay, we want to redo that. Alright, so to fix this, I'm pretty sure what I have to do, I'm going to just do each one individually. So I got to flip. Is the eye open? No. Oh, maybe it's the wrong warp deformer? That's not right. Oh, it's eyeball. That's right. Oopsie. That's why it's messing up. Okay, because I did it all under eyeball. Okay, I don't want that. Undo. So we're going to have it like this. Let me see if I can flip it this way. Flip. Why is it doing that? Live 2D. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? Is it the X? No. Flip. Vertically. No. Sensei Lauren is not doing a good job. I don't usually, like I said, I don't usually have these problems, so I'm not entirely sure what is happening. Oh my goodness, look at that. Now I did this. Okay, I know what it is. I know what it is. Okay, okay, I figured it out. So when you flip it, you don't do any of this. And you're just gonna flip the x-axis. There we go. There we go, guys. We fixed it. Next, we have to flip this one. So flip X. There we go. Then we gotta flip this one individually. Sorry for the confusion. X-axis. We fixed it, guys. We did it. Let's just make sure it all works in physics, though, because it can also still go wonky. We don't want it to. It's good. We're okay. Sensei Lauren has figured it out. Unfortunately, that's how Live 2D is. You gotta mess with it. Ugh, I feel exhausted now. I feel so exhausted. Let me see where eyeball is. Where is the eyeball? This is probably why I don't typically stream any of this. Because to be honest with you guys, this is like a very frustrating thing to deal with. Now I gotta bring this layer on top of these layers. Whoa, what did I do? It's got to go above these. There we go. Now it's in front. Guys, that's just the eyeballs. We just, like, that's all I rigged was just eyeballs. I'd have you know that this has been me butting my head against this thing. We did it. We have now eyes. The only thing that is left to do is, okay, with eyes, you want one eye blink. Like I can kind of blink different eyes. So I need to have what's in IR open. I need to change this perimeter. Edit perimeter. To ID. Cancel. This particular thing, I need to change the perimeter. Edit perimeter. And this is where I'm not sure. So I'm gonna do it. Let me see. Where's my other open? Where's IY open? This has been informative content. Yes, jolly good show. I feel like I've been butting my head against this whole thing. Where's my other eye open? About to just create another one. Here's IL smile. So I need my eye smile and my eye open to be on separate things. Where's my other open? Where's IL open? Mine is not seeing it. Oh, you know what? I put it in the folder. I didn't actually put these other ones in the folder, which I need to. Let's put these in the folder. Okay, there we go. That's why I couldn't find it. Okay, so IL open. Okay, so we need to transfer those onto these perimeters. And edit perimeter. Or can I copy the perimeter? This is something I'm probably gonna have to like BRB and figure out real quick, because I've only done this one other time because I didn't do it with any of my other models. I just did it all in one open and shut, and then I did it all in I smile, all in one I smile. So I'll be right back. Okay, I figured it out. So with this one, for this one, oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. How do they get to that menu, though? Oh, here we go. Okay. This is where you do it. So you're going to change to IL open. So now this is its own thing. Junkie sleepy. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to change it to IL open. And then we're going to change this. Oops, I don't want to do that. Undo. I want to change this. Change to IL open. Change to IL open. So yeah, basically, this is basically what you're going to do with all of it. All right, so yeah, you want to You want to change it all to IL open. Okay. See, I just go through each one and change it to IL open. And it's tedious, but once it's done, it's done. This one's the last one. See, did we do eye white? We did. Okay, we did all of them. The next thing we have to do is to change it over to eye smile. So we need eye smile, IR smile. And we got to change it to IL smile. IL smile. And then we got to do it the same for this one. And that's how you do eyes. Just make sure all our physics is working. Oh, we also have to change our physics over too. Because what's activating the physics is IL open. So we got to change our physics. And this is pretty easy. We have to add one, which is IL open. I think I'm probably going to have to create separate physics. Actually, yes, I'm going to have to create separate physics for each one. And unfortunately, I have to create a whole new physics for this. So that's where like Live 2D is complicated, is all of this extra mess. I'm gonna do I physics 2. I'm gonna do I physics 3. And I physics 4. So then I'm gonna have to change. So basically, I'm gonna have to change and create a whole new physics, which I'm not gonna do that on stream. It's just tedious work. But pretty much this is how you create the eye. I'm gonna have to change over the eye physics for this one onto a separate. Well, I mean, I can do it real quick. It's not that big of a deal. So we're gonna change this. Oh wait, we don't want to select it. Undo. Actually, we can select multiple, which would make this a lot faster. Okay, so wait, undo. So I'm gonna select all the deformers, or actually, what I have to do is I have to select the deformers, and then the lash too. Why? I think I can do this each one. Change. I physics 3 and 4. Undo. Actually, I don't want to do it this way. Okay, I don't want to. I'm going to do each one individually just to make sure that I'm. Wait, lash is different? Oh, it is. That's right. Okay. So then, actually, I will do it this way. I didn't know what was what because it was yellow, so it was telling me it wasn't correct. Okay, so it's all green. I'm going to change this next. Change to physics 3. Change. Actually, undo. Let's not. Alright, so we're just going to change this one to physics 3. Change to physics 3. And this one we're going to change to physics 4. Then we got to create another physics settings. So add I physics 2. I think VGen has no idea how to deal with other countries' pricing. I don't know anything about that. One second. I hold you, baby girl. Baby's being a little bit fussy. Miss, I ever seen the rain from the outside felt like heavy rain will stop now. I don't know what that means. I have like $250 in my country, but translate to US is $15.34. That is because of inflation. That is because of inflation, and the dollar from one country doesn't equal the dollar of another country, unfortunately. It's a value thing. Yes, you hear a baby. She's a little fussy. She wants attention. She wants to play with the microphone because it's shiny. She wants to play with my computer too. But yes, you did hear a baby. Unfortunately, I may not be able to stream much longer because of the baby. Baby's 1 year old, right? She's close to 1 year old. Not quite yet, but close. She is crawling age, so she crawls around. She can play with her toys. She can kind of entertain herself sometimes. But she's still young. Sorry about it, guys. She's a little bit cranky right now. Baby's journey to PC, yeah. She already knows what a phone is. She's always like, ooh, shiny phone. She already knows. She wants to play with the PC and the phone. I'm like, you're too little for that. She's really smart. Like, she'll play with her toys for a little while. And then she'll get bored of them. And she's like she's really smart. Smart baby. Anyways, sorry I'm struggling with this, guys. I'm gonna add the input of IR open. Or oh, yeah, here we go. IR open. No, it's IL open. Not IR open. IL open. I'm not gonna say my child's name on stream. Just for privacy reasons. I also don't really post her, like, on social media or anything. Hardly post her at all. Just because I think it's, like, it's for her benefit. It's okay. The light danger dude is gonna love the internet. I know. She's gonna love the internet. But I just give privacy to her because when she gets bigger, like, she will want, you know, she can decide if she wants privacy or not. But she's a good little girl. Hello, hello. Baby needs privacy. Well, she can make that decision when she gets older. Now I got to remember how I did the other pendulum. So I gotta remember these numbers. 58, 125. Wait. Okay, 58, 95, 0.95, 0.58. How did I do this one? 125. 0.25. There is no love internet, you said, just as child should play something. There is no love internet, you said, just child should play something. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know what I said. I don't know what you're trying to say. Okay, those are the same. Alright, the only thing that's going to be different is output settings. So we got to create an output. So we got to add our physics 3 and physics 4. And the outputs we want to be exactly the same as the other one. So we're going to copy this. Or 3.319 and 0.319. 319. And then we want the other one to be the exact same. 0.322. 0.322. Well, what I mean is play something like Baby Toy Miss. Oh, okay, yeah. We have a lot of good playtime. Typically with her. I try to spend some time with her to play with her. She has her own like little toy area she typically plays with. She's just getting bored of it right now. We gotta get her new toys, which I think next I'm gonna get her like a little toy stacker. Alright, let's see if it works. I didn't switch over the physics of... Let the little one play with toys. First internet, then their 6th grade or middle school. So, I would rather her just like learn how to play with toys first and like learn how to bike, learn how to do stuff like that. And then we can move on to those things. The eyeball physics. Okay, we gotta change eyeball. Oh wait, no, not eyeball X and Y. We gotta change the physics. I shine. Where's the physics? Where is the physics, y'all? Oh, here it is. Okay, so we're gonna change this one. Change to physics 3. And change to physics 4. Alright, and then we gotta change this one. Alright, change to physics 3. Gotta change to physics 4. Let's see if it works. Yes, it works. Cool. Yay, we did it, guys! My 3-year-old cousin is addicted to the tablet and can't get off of it, which is kind of my fault, which I want to make sure you don't make the same mistake as I did. So, I think keeping babies from technology is a very hard thing to do. In general, because we're such in an age of technology. But I think it's good to have, like, baby outside time. Baby time where they're just doing things that don't deal with technology. Spending time with baby with toys. The thing is, it's kind of hard sometimes to do that entirely. So I just try to limit the amount of time that baby gets to spend on that. I'm just making sure her eyes look alright. I think they're fine. So I pretty much rigged the eyes. I don't know that I'm going to do much more rigging now because, man, the eyes themselves are just exhausting. The eyes themselves took forever. Okay, this needs to go. Oh shoot. I gotta move all of this eye underneath this hair, but that's fine. This is Live 2D, y'all. Welcome to the experience. We at least did this much. And eye physics. That is actually a lot of what you have to do in Live 2D. The mouth and the eyes and head movement probably take the longest. Eyes probably take longer than anything. Eyes probably take the longest amount of time to do out of everything because there's just so much going on with the eyes. And then like hair's I think pretty easy because once you have hair started, it's pretty streamlined. I'm gonna have to figure out her wings though too, and her tail. Oh, the tail movement. This is gonna be quite the model to work on. But I think you guys get the basics. I mean, it's pretty much the eyes are very similar to the mouth, and how you rig the mouth is open and shut. The wings I'm gonna have kind of like flapping and stuff as her head goes up and down. I'm gonna attach it to that. But this is why I don't typically stream this. Mostly because it's a lot of like bumping my head against a wall. Because if something goes wrong, I have to figure it out. And then trying to fix everything. Because like I would not consider myself an expert at Live 2D. I've made like 5 or 6 models. And I'm always learning something different every time. Every time I make a model or a rig one, I learned something new. And I think that it just takes like time learning and bumping your head against a wall, but it's also can be like the most frustrating of things too. And it's not always the funnest thing to watch either. But guys, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all watching this stream. I'm probably going to end it here. I'm going to rig this probably mostly on my own because, again, I just don't think this is as that much fun to watch. I want to play some more games, so I'm going to be playing more games, but this is pretty much a quick tutorial. If any of you guys want a tutorial on how to rig the tail or anything like that, I can show you guys those, but basically this is kind of where I'm gonna end it. And if you guys want like more into how to rig a live 2D character, I can do more, but I don't really find it all that interesting for y'all. That's why I don't typically stream it. So you guys will have to let me know if this is something you want me to continue doing, or if you'd rather just watch something a little more fun. I'm excited to see this model done though. I will post stuff in the future, like updates. Take care, make sure if the baby gets a good treat. Yes, she will. I kind of want to take her to the beach today if I can. Be nice. Or take her somewhere. But thank you guys for watching. And guys, if y'all have any questions on Live 2D, feel free to ask me. Evox, if you are wanting to do this and you want me to help you with it, post in the Discord and I can help you out. Or I can, figure out how, if I feel like rigging another model, I will. But I gotta finish this one. This one is one that's been waiting for a while, so I'm probably gonna focus on this one. If y'all want to see me doing like face XY and all that, I can kind of show y'all how that works too. But I don't know, guys. I'm kind of pooped on this. I'm gonna save it and then all right. Make myself super big. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it again. And next time I think I'm probably going to do like either some more art stuff or I'm going to play another game, which I kind of want to play, like I said, Not Your Neighbor, or there's another one that I want to play. It's basically where you draw the character. It's like drawing the bad guy. You're an artist that draws the bad guy character and it looks kind of fun. So I kind of want to play that one too. But again, thank you guys for tuning in the stream, and I'll see you guys next time.